Hello and welcome to Eye of Gnosis Tarot. My name is Ewan and today we are looking at a relationship reading for Valentine's Day, and this is for the sign of Capricorn. So if you have a Capricorn Sun, Rising, Moon or Venus sign, don't usually do the Venus sign but we're doing it for Valentine's Day, then this is the place for you and this may be your reading. And if you don't resonate with what is here today, do go look at your free birth chart online. There are plenty of places you can get one, and that will tell you where your other placements are. Unless you're like me and you've got a lot of Capricorn, it's probably not very likely that you have a Capricorn stellium across your Sun, Rising, Moon and Venus signs. You may, and if you do, wow. So today I'm using the Ethereal Visions deck, which is a Art Nouveau deck. I don't usually use this one, but I thought it looked pretty for Valentine's Day, and quite classy. I think all you Capricorns know class and style are key. And if you like what you see today, hit that like button below. Do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future readings. I also do tutorials on how to do tarot spreads, which will be coming soon, as well as descriptions for all the cards of the Thoth deck, going in depth through the symbolism, meaning and descriptions of the cards. So Capricorn, the way today is going to work is I am going to walk you through what the reading looks like, the Temple of Love spread, as I call it, and then I'm going to describe what Capricorn means to me for a bit of transparency, and then we'll get on with the reading, shall we? So first of all, Capricorn, we have going to be putting down your column in the Temple of Love, which is essentially your thoughts about the relationship, your feelings and your actions. Then we'll do exactly the same in the second column for that special person in your life, and do begin to start thinking about who that may be. And then we have what they bring to the relationship, what you bring to the relationship, the current relationship, the near future, mid future, and the far future, Capricorn. Now this can be done for a past relationship, a current relationship, or a future relationship, and it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be purely platonic, could be a friend, could be a family member, or even a work colleague. But I think today it's going to have that romantic spin to it, as it is Valentine's Day. Now I have noticed, talking about the likes, if you do find something in this video, I do highly recommend and very much would appreciate you to like the video. I am an ambitious Capricorn after all, and the more likes and the more subscribers I get, the better cameras I get. Because this is just a hobby for me at the moment, and I don't have a huge amount of wealth. And the reason I say that is it's quite an interesting observation actually. Whilst I have got quite a few likes on some of my other videos, I've noticed that the fixed signs do not seem to be doing as well. I don't know whether that's just astrology in action, or a coincidence. I personally think it's the former. So, what does Capricorn mean to me? So, I am a Capricorn Sun, I will admit, and I also have a stellium in Capricorn. I have a Capricorn Mars, Capricorn Uranus, and a Capricorn Neptune. So yes, a lot, and I've got my MC in the 10th house. No, MC is always the 10th house. What am I on about? Hang on a minute. But I do have a lot of Capricorn energy, so I'm going to be trying to be as objective as possible throughout this reading, completely trying to detach myself from what is presented here today, and I will just describe what the cards tell us, because I can't dictate that, and I will try to describe what I see. In fact, I will describe what I see, and not just what I want to see. So without further ado, Capricorn, I will begin the reading. Before actually, I will just say at the end we're going to pull the card at the bottom of the deck, and this is going to be the shadow card, and what that will do is it will summarise the spread in terms of what we should look out for. It's like a warning. I still find that word a bit heavy, but it's something to be mindful of regarding the relationship. And if you have any predictions throughout the reading what that shadow card could be, do put it down there in the comments section so that the almighty algorithm gods deliver their blessings upon us. Right, so let us put down the first card, Capricorn. This is your thoughts regarding this special person, so just have that person in mind right now, whether it be a past relationship, a current one, or a prospective one. We'll see what you're thinking about them at the moment, or at least the relationship. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles. This is one of your cards, Capricorn. The Three of Pentacles is with the work card, or the works in the Thoth deck, and is Mars in Capricorn. This is one of my placements. It's very well dignified. It is exalted in Capricorn. So just for those of you who are not clued up on your astrology, every single sign is exalted in a planet and has a home in a planet. And the home for a sign is where it is most comfortable and its default. So for Capricorn, that is Saturn. The two are virtually the same. But as we all know, being at home doesn't necessarily mean that you thrive there. You're simply comfortable. So each sign also has a planet in which it thrives. And Capricorn thrives in Mars. And Mars is very well dignified in Capricorn. It brings out the best of Capricorn, and Capricorn brings the best out of Mars. I always see if Mars is a warrior, of course Aries in Mars is where it belongs. That's very much the hero archetype. The Mars in Capricorn is the strategist, the general. So you are thinking very objectively in terms of material things, Capricorn being very strategic about what is going on in this relationship. And if there ever was a card for a Capricorn's mind regarding relationships, I think the most well dignified one would be the Three of Pentacles. Let's carry on and see what you have for your feelings towards this relationship, Capricorn. We don't all have stone hearts. Let's see whether yours is today. And it definitely isn't. We have the Page of Wands, which is the Princess of Wands in the Thoth deck. And this is unlimited passion. Not unlimited, but pure passion, throwing ourselves into the world and enjoying it. Not necessarily caring for others, however, that's the shadow aspect. But certainly caring about yourself and the world, what the world has to bring you, Capricorn. It is the flame of life and enjoying things. If you look at the Thoth Tarot deck artwork, it's a lot more vibrant than this card. I think in this card it's that they're looking at life and wondering what to do with it. In the positive sense, I have so much I can do. But in the Thoth deck, it is a woman flinging herself into the flame of life and holding a tiger by the tail. And as we all know, if you're holding a tiger by the tail, it is equally as dangerous to let go as it is to hold on. Being risque, shall we say, Capricorn. Okay, we're going to pull your actions towards this relationship, Capricorn. And we have another Capricorn card there. This is the Two of Pentacles. This is exactly my card, the first third of Capricorn. So each zodiac sign has 3 tarot cards, minor arcana applied to them, and this is the first one. Change comes immediately after the winter solstice, after the oppression card, which is the last card of Sagittarius. And this symbolises that transition from dark nights to light beginning again. And this is a very auspicious card because I think we know as Capricorns that change is stability. Okay, it's an oxymoron, but it's the truth. Let us carry on with the spread before we go too deep into it, because we don't have enough information here, Capricorn. We need to look at what else there is. And we're going to look at this special person in our lives, in your life. So their thoughts regarding this Capricorn. We have that card I just talked about. This is Saturn in Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or someone with a lot of fire energy, Capricorn, and they may feel a little weighed down by this relationship. This is the Atlas card, as I call it, holding the weight of the world on their shoulders. And this is quite interesting. Like I said, that this comes before this. This is the building up to the winter solstice. This is after the winter solstice. Now Saturn in Sagittarius is rather ill-dignified. It is called oppression in the Thoth deck, and it is the oppression of the material universe on the energy of consciousness. And the reason why it is ill-dignified is Sagittarius is a very vibrant, open and jovial sign, whereas Capricorn, Saturn, is quite, shall we say, reserved, disciplined, and serious about things. Because the Two of Pentacles here is Jupiter in Capricorn, so it's like the positive aspect of that. It's Sagittarius bringing out the best of Capricorn, but here we have Capricorn almost sitting on Sagittarius. Now, as someone who has stelliums in both signs, and I did say I was going to try and keep this as objective as possible, but it's kind of quite difficult at the moment because this is basically my life. Okay, it's very interesting. I will just add actually that these relationships can be transposed to inner relationships between different parts of ourselves, just as a note on that. Okay, what's going on in their heart, Sagittarius, regarding this relationship? So at the moment they're feeling a little bit oppressed. This doesn't mean that you are oppressing them, Capricorn. I think this is rather, and we'll see what that is when we come to what you're bringing to the relationship. But first we're going to do this heart card for them. This could just simply be past relationships have caused them to see any relationship as a burden, or there's just too much going on in their lives. Okay, so we have another Wands card, the Eight of Wands. This is also a placement of mine, Mercury in Sagittarius. So this is speed, swiftness, in any sense, metaphorical or literal. Moving very quickly towards something, and this could be causing the Ten of Wands, taking on too much at once too quickly. I think you may definitely, almost certainly, be dealing with someone that has a lot of fire in their chart, or prominent fire placement, whether they be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo rising or sun, which is very interesting. Let's have a look at their actions, Capricorn. And we've gotten more Wands. The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is known as the Valor card in the Thoth deck. It is perhaps the most well-dignified and easiest of the sevens to work with. It is Valor in the sense that we have a fight, a battle, and we are not going to give in. We're going to keep fighting. And it may be that they desperately want to have this relationship, but they've taken on too much too quickly. But there's certainly a lot of energy within this individual, Capricorn. And as we all know, you have this Page of Wands here as your heart. So you can certainly either benefit from this or have something to gain from it. And I don't mean that in the taking sense, I mean that in the endorsing what they have. And who knows, maybe you could be helping them take off these wands that are overburdening them. I get the image of caged lightning here. That's very much what the Eight of Wands is. Static energy needs to be released. And I think here they're trying to release it. We'll look at what they bring to the relationship first, Capricorn, then we'll look at what you bring to the relationship as to whether you are necessarily the cause of this or not. Okay, so we'll look at what they bring, Capricorn. The Three of Cups, which is absolutely fantastic in any relationship reading. It is abundance. It is the settling down after the honeymoon period. You've fallen in love and now you are maybe living together, maybe you are producing something together, whether that be a child. It can be seen as a child. So, I don't know, Capricorn, maybe they have a child already, maybe they wish to have a child, which is something that maybe you want as well. Maybe they are pregnant. Indeed, this could be pregnancy in general. Perhaps it was not necessarily planned, become a bit of a burden, but of course we love our children and we're going to keep fighting despite what the physical world may throw at us. Let's see what you are bringing to the relationship, Capricorn. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an ace. Instead we get the Judgment, the second to last, the penultimate major arcana, also known as the Aeon card in the Thoth deck. This is a new beginning, and an epic one at that. This isn't just an Ace of Pentacles, or an Ace of Swords, or an Ace of Cups, or an Ace of Wands. This is a beginning of a whole new era in our lives. Very karmic. The major arcana do tend to be in the background, but are very potent, and are very much karmic cards. Things you cannot get away from and influence your lives. You have to work with them and around them. There's very little you can do to change them. So there's definitely a new era here. And again, if that was the pregnancy, the partner who perhaps is having a child, or perhaps you are the one that's pregnant and maybe they're finding it a bit of a burden, but they want to do it still. They want to do it still, despite it being a bit too fast and a bit too much for them. This is definitely going to be creating that entirely new moment for you, Capricorn. So this could be a new business opportunity, as a couple, a power couple. This could, of course, again be a pregnancy, a child, adoption, or even just the start of a new relationship with this person. And they have plenty to give, which is fantastic. And I do believe that this perhaps is, these cards here represent perhaps past relationships, and it's quite difficult for them to perhaps trust or endorse what's going on, because they're still carrying the burdens of a past relationship, and maybe things have happened a bit too quickly. But don't worry, Capricorn, as they will fight to keep this going, and give this abundance to the relationship. And you are the herald of this new era together, Capricorn, and I think that is because you will work towards this relationship. You are definitely changing something with regard to your environment, and you have this lust for life. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the present card as something like either the Adjustment card, which is the Justice card in this deck, or whether we get the Strength card, which is the Lust card in the Thoth deck. And that's not primal lust, that is a lust for life, far more well dignified. See what is happening at the moment. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. That is very auspicious. This is Taurus energy. No, not Taurus, sorry. I'm getting mixed up with the Six of Pentacles. Sorry, no, this is Virgo energy. This is Virgo energy. It is the Gain card in the Thoth deck. It is essentially endless material wealth. All nines represent something that is endless, because if you times 9 by any number and you add up the digits of the answer, it will always come back to 9. In fact, I'll bring up my calculator now just to give you an example. So if I do 9 times 63, I get the answer 567. So if I do 5 plus 6, I get 11, plus 7 equals 18. And then, of course, if I do 1 plus 8, we get 9. So this is endless material gain. So I definitely don't think, Capricorn, that you are the cause of this. The relationship maybe, but I think that's based on past karma, and this new era together is bringing this huge amount of abundance in your life. And I think you like that, Capricorn, because it's physically based, and there's a lot of earth energy here, which is very good for this Page of Wands, because the shadow aspect of the Page of Wands, that not giving a regard for anyone else, can mean that they get lost in the fire. I think having this grounded energy here means that we are keeping it together, so to speak, Capricorn, whether that be metaphorically or physically. Okay, let's see what the near future brings, Capricorn. The Star card, we've had this in this position before. I believe that might have been with the Scorpio reading. And that is very interesting. This is Aquarius energy, the Star card. It represents hope, but not necessarily hope that you might be conscious of. This is hope in a more cosmic, karmic sense. And I wonder whether this is very much felt by the individual on the other side of this reading. Because this Nine of Pentacles may be unburdening this Ten of Wands and bringing this new era that you are the cause of, Capricorn. And it's bringing this new hope to your lives, which is fantastic. Let's see what this leads to. And we have the Tower card. We've had this before as well. And we're getting a lot of major arcana again in the bottom section of this spread. Seems to be a trend with these past few readings. There's something about autumn and winter babies that's causing all this major arcana energy. It's very interesting. A massive so the hope and the massive shock, big change, boom, Tower moment. Now if we go with the pregnancy reading, I'm not saying this is, and if we could even use that metaphorically, maybe we're giving birth to a new idea, a new relationship, or again the literal interpretation. This could be that sudden realization of, oh dear, wow, I'm a parent now, or I'm in a relationship now, or just this massive reality check. The Tower card is misunderstood often. People look at it and go, oh no, my world is falling apart immediately, and yes, our world is falling apart. I think that is the way to look at it. Something is now fallen down, and this could be something good. I think at the moment it is something we don't need in our lives is disappearing, and there is a transition here, as we see with the Two of Pentacles and the Judgment for yourself, Capricorn, and also the contrast between this card and these three cards. I do believe that this is what this Tower moment is these big changes to both your lives. Okay, and the final card, Capricorn. I think this will really show the dignity of the Tower card. And there we go. We have that Strength card we were looking for, and this is definitely a well-dignified Tower, Capricorn. This is and this is the more exalted. The lady here is the more exalted version of the Page of Wands. This is a young lady. This is a slightly older lady who has learnt from the passions of life, yet still throws herself in. Every day is a new day, and every day is waking up to a new opportunity. Again, Strength is lust in the Thoth deck, lust for life. And I think, so if we took that pregnancy interpretation, I think you may have found your purpose in life, Capricorn. You are a very paternal sign, no matter your gender, and a family man or woman. And you will put in the hard work to make the changes for life to begin. And as we can see here, this is a bountiful life, and this person also has a lot to give. They just need to let go of something. And it may be that this hope that you give perhaps to this person has caused them to have a big Tower moment, which sees this. You could almost build a Jenga tower out of these wands. It's causing it to collapse, and that in turn may even cause a Tower moment for you. When we are in love with another, we share more than just our physical space with them, and a Tower moment for our partner can become a Tower moment for us too, as we empathise with what they're going through. And this is obviously leading to a fantastic opportunity to throw ourselves into life and find what life is all about. And again, I think if we use that pregnancy reading as a metaphor as well, so you're not pregnant or your partner's not pregnant, we could say that we are nurturing the relationship, we are nurturing perhaps physical things in our lives, especially here. It could be time together. And then we have this birth moment of the relationship, and it's all roses from then on. Let's put it that way. This is a fantastic reading, Capricorn, so far. As for the shadow card, we may get the Devil card as a warning not to make this into too much of a thing. The Nine of Pentacles. A relationship is mainly based in love, not just material things. We may get the Emperor card, which is a warning of overbearing and putting the oppression back on. You are a very changeable character by the looks of it, Capricorn. Make sure you're making the more well-dignified changes towards love. I mean, we don't have a huge amount of water energy here, but the water energy we do have is abundant. So don't drip that well dry, Capricorn, or leave it to go stagnant. So we may see the Devil card or the Emperor card. Or we may see a card that represents passiveness, because you are working here, Capricorn. So we may see a Queen of Cups, or a Four of Cups, or even an Eight of Cups, warning us not to be complacent, especially after seeing this reading, Capricorn, because this could indeed maybe be your Tower moment. The time of any reading, the timing of any reading can either be in the moment. This could be literally when you saw this card. This could be literally the moment after. That could literally be the moment I just pulled the Strength card at the end. Or it, of course, can be a lot longer time scale. So if you have a prediction for what the Shadow card is, please put it in the description below. I have made my predictions, and now we'll see whether I can get this right. This is the last Valentine's reading, by the way, and I've only got one of these right. I am not a clairvoyant. I use my intuition, and I don't have particularly... I'm very grounded, should we put it that way. I do have a Capricorn stellium, after all. Okay, look at that. The Three of Wands. So this is virtue in the Thoth deck, Capricorn. We have more fire energy here to add to our fire energy on the other person's side. And strength is Leo card, so that is also fire energy. So what is this telling us? How can something with such a wonderful title as virtue be a warning or something to be mindful of, Capricorn? Well, I think there's two interpretations here. It can be reminders to continue looking at what our morals mean to us. What is virtue to us? What does virtue mean? Sticking to the truth of the matter, Capricorn, and not necessarily what makes us feel good. It's not always the truth. Indeed, that could be the Tower moment. And conversely, this could be a warning against overwhelming pride. I think the shadow aspect of the Three of Wands can be interpreted as someone who does good things, but not necessarily for good reasons, or they did originally and have perhaps forgotten that. For example, I could be helping people just to see other people say how wonderful I am at doing so. And like I say, that might not have been the original goal in mind. I don't think it is here. However, it may turn into that. The ego is a fickle thing, and of all the star signs, I do believe that a Capricorn Sun is perhaps the most ego of the egos. We are the Devil card after all, and we do need to be careful that we don't get too full of ourselves, Capricorn, which is quite difficult, being an ambitious sign, but you definitely have a well-dignified ambition here, Capricorn, and I would work towards whatever this Tower moment is, through the hope that this relationship is what you want in life, Capricorn. And I think it is at the moment. I would be interested to know, actually, put in the comments below what this physical changes that you're making that's leading to this judgment you're bringing to the relationship, and this complete and utter abundance that you both have. because whatever this is definitely working and setting off a domino chain effect that will end in this lust for life that you are searching for, Capricorn. And also, I do hope that this person, that you are this special person in your life, you help them unpack whatever burden this is. And of course, if you need to seek any help at all, remember you do have your friends, your family, and professional help if needed. This is just a tarot reading, it's just for entertainment really. So if this person needs help, do look at those resources in your life that could help them. But this is not about fixing them, this is about helping them get back onto their own path. And perhaps the speed at which they did it. Been doing this relationship or entered this relationship has seen them wander from the path, and now they're a bit lost in the forest and fighting their demons, and this could be the demons they've collected. But they certainly have a lot to give, Capricorn, and you definitely have a lot to give. So thank you very much, Capricorn. Remember, keep your ego in check, and I will see you in another reading. If today did not resonate with you, please go and look at your birth chart and the other placements you have and see if any of those readings resonate for you this Valentine's Day. This has been Eye of Gnosis Tarot, and I thank you very much for watching the video. Please like if you found this useful, and I will see you next time in another video. Goodbye.